Hey, what's going on, everybody? TaylorMade Hoops comes to you live direct once again with TaylorMade Hoops Coach's Corner. Hey, today I got a very special guest. I got Coach Ashley Greer. He's the head girls basketball coach at Lincoln High School in Dallas, Texas. He's in his sixth season as head coach at Lincoln High School. Last season, he led Lincoln High School to a 39-2 overall season record, 14-0 district record in the first place finishing district. Coaches led Lincoln High School to back-to-back state appearances, winning the 2025 Class 4A Division II state title. Lincoln's first state championship since 2008. A very good fun fact. Coach also won the state title as an assistant coach for the boys team at Lincoln High School in 2016. Lincoln High School finished the 2025 season ranked number 24 in the nation. Coach was named the 2025 TABC and Dallas Morning News Coach of the Year. Once again, Coach Ashley Greer, head girls basketball coach at Lincoln High School. How you doing tonight, Coach?
Man, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, Coach. I'm doing good, Coach, man. Not gonna let everybody know, man, everything it took for us to finally get here, Coach. So, hey, it's all good.
Yeah, man. It took us a minute to get going, man, but we here now.
But Coach, let me go ahead and let the viewers know our objectives and points of conversation today. And today, me and Coach Greer, we'll be talking about championship culture he's established over there at Lincoln High School, his offensive and defensive philosophy, and he talk a little bit about the championship season. First question, Coach. Where did you grow up in your athletic and educational journey, Coach Greer?
Uh, I grew up in the Oak Cliff area, man. I'm an Oak Cliff kid, man. Grew up, went to O.W. Holmes Middle School. From Holmes, went to Roosevelt, played at Roosevelt 4 years, 3 years varsity. Graduated from Roosevelt, so I'm an Oak Cliff kid, brother.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Hey, I ain't gonna hold it against you, Coach, man. I'm from the Grove, the Greedy Grove, but it's all good, baby. The
Hey,
Cliff off.
we all connected somehow.
Oh yeah. Well, Coach, man, let me ask this, Coach. You grew up in Oak Cliff, or what have you, and it's well known, Coach, man. Real, great area, especially during that time, Coach. Family area, where it took a village, or what have you, which we don't see a lot of that today, Coach. But we also know, Coach, like you say, at times could be challenging, Coach. You got to be tough minded, physically and mentally. Grow up in the cliffs in that time period, Coach. So, what role did athletics play in your life growing up, Coach Greer? How important was playing sports to you, man?
I mean, I think in certain, especially in that era, man, and that's the crack era, late '80s, early
Yes, sir.
'90s. That's the crack era. So I think sports was instrumental to help steer in another direction rather than the direction that you know you could have been going in because a lot of friends, a lot of peers, a lot of people around your age range chose to do other things, whether it was the gang thing or the drug thing. Sports really saved me, man.
Oh, man, hey, Coach, no doubt. Hey, same thing here, Coach. Same thing here, Coach. Like to say, man, you brought up a point, Coach. Like you say that we don't want to, try to highlight, but it's just reality. During that time, Coach, like you said, I got a lot of friends, like you say, grew up with, Coach, that chose a different route, and didn't end well. Some, did, some in jail, or whatever the case. Some, like you say, unfortunately, all as a result of the choices coach made, or addicted to drugs and things like that. Classmates sometimes, unfortunately, it's a small world, in the DFW Metroplex. So you bump into them, coach, and sometimes, it's just kind of, hurts your heart, coach. You're like, man, but that's the area that we grew up in, coach. So, man, but
Well,
like you said,
it's a lot of times where you see guys, a kid, when you were that when y'all were both the same age. Y'all grew up playing in those sandboxes. Y'all grew up playing on those basketball courts. Y'all grew up playing on with the same little league team. I came up playing with the Oak Cliff Comets
yes,
over
sir.
there, the Cedar Crest Comets, and you come up, you see a lot of those guys. All not bad, but you just it's just one of those things where the neighborhood can disrupt the growth, and you do thank God for being one of the lucky ones.
Oh, no doubt, coach. No doubt about that, coach. Hey, once again, for the viewers tuning in, appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate Coach Greer. Have Coach Greer. He's the head coach at Lincoln High School in Dallas, Texas. Just telling us about a little bit about his background. Coach, let me ask you this. When did you realize you wanted to be a coach? When did that coaching bug hit you, coach?
Man, it hit me. It hit me at a young age, man. One thing about it is when I was in high school, I always felt that urge to want to keep on with the game. Obviously you playing collegiate isn't always um, a true dream for everyone. Playing pros definitely isn't always a dream. That's a 1 percentile thing. And so, you stay plugged into the game one way or another, whether it's, watching it on TV, playing the video game, watching Little League game, things like that. You just stay plugged in. But it really hit me once I graduated college. Um, Me and my, best friend, who, rest in peace, Andre Emmett. Um,
Yes, sir.
he I would me and him would sit around and just analyze basketball, just analyze basketball. And he was like, say, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. He say, you one of the few guys that got a high basketball IQ, man. You need to really, really check into coaching. And from
Okay.
that point on, man, it just kind of, it was already on me, on my heart. And that just kind of solidified it for me, man. And I just really wanted to really pursue that dream. So once Coach Patterson actually got on at Lane Middle School,
Mm-hmm.
he hired me on as the seventh grade coach. He eighth grade, I'm seventh grade. We talking about
Mm-hmm.
2008, 2009,
Mm-hmm.
and he moved on to South Oak Cliff, and I took over the entire program. And at that point on, man, it was all downhill, man. It was like a snowball effect. It was just it was just in me at that point.
Oh man, hey coach, man, very, 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 very small world, coach. Like you say, especially in this profession. Shout out to my guy, Coach Patterson, man, one of the just better people you ever meet, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Being Coach Patterson, I remember when he first got the job at Lane Middle School. I tell people the story. Me and him and Coach Love, Coach Mays, rest in peace, Coach Jazz. We all worked camp over at South Oak Cliff,
That's side. Yeah,
camp.
yeah.
Worked over there, man. It was funny. I was talking to said, man, a small world, one of my teammates I played with the Skyline, his son, fast forward, like you say, coach, man, how you already got a coaching tree.
Yeah.
Dion Barnett, son,
He played for
literally
me.
played for y'all over there, whatever.
Yeah, he
And
played for me.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Small world, coach. And like I say, me and Dion played together, Scholar in high school. So,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like I say, small world. And me and said, I always tease said, I said, man, just glad at the growth, where he's at and what have you. But it was just funny. I remember, man, said it was like always been one of those coaches that was a sponge, that was eager, very humble. Because, like you say, man, at that camp, as you well know, coach, man, legendary coaches in there, coaching and what have you. So we all
for
kind of picking
sure.
each other's brains, man, and saying, being there with us, man. And now, like you say, just with dedication, look where he's at now, man.
Hey man, hey, a lot of credit goes to Cedric Patterson because a lot of people, we went to college together. We played against
Okay.
each other we played against each other in high school. He went to Sock, I went to Ville.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
we ended up coming together at college, man. And since then, we've been the best of friends, like brothers. And
Yeah.
so, he hired me at Lane, and then he hired me at Lincoln.
Hmm.
So, I give him a lot of credit for believing in my ability and believing in who I was as a coach and as a person. So even to this day, his daughter plays for me. You know,
Hmm.
so that's the lineage keeps going, if you know what I mean. So yeah,
Oh man, hey, coach, man, I just tell folks, people don't understand, man, just how important basketball is, just not on the court. We talking about stuff, all these relationships in life, how basketball just took us places, man. and that's just the greatness with basketball, man. That I'm glad, to see you doing, Coach. To instill that in the kids, where like Coach Mary used to tell us, be basketball lifers. And I understand what he's talking about back then, Coach. Like, man, what's this? What man? What's this old white dude talking about? Man, talking about basketball lifer. What he mean is, man, that hey, you're gonna be connected with this basketball thing, for life if you decide, that's the direction you decide to go into, man.
It's a crazy metaphor how that little round orange basketball can bring together a whole community,
Yes, sir.
people from all walks of life, and
Oh yeah.
and make them not only bond in a friendship manner, but in a brotherhood manner.
Mm-hmm.
So basketball is not only a sport; it's a objective to life. Is the way I see it.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that, Coach. No doubt. Well, hey, from the viewers tuning in, you can tell, man, I'm very, very excited, man. Seriously, talking with Coach Greer. He's the head coach at Lincoln High School in Dallas, Texas, a state championship coach. Just talking about his legacy, which to be honest, a lot of people may not know. We just talking small world, talking about how one of the players is now Coach Barrett. That's why I call Coach Barrett, man. Dion Barrett, Lil Barrett. I call him Lil Dion is now
Uh-huh.
coaching play just how crazy it is and how crazy this basketball thing is. Well, Coach, let me ask this, Coach. Who are some of the people that had the biggest influence on you as a coach? I know you spoke of your good friend Andre Emmett, rest in peace, but who are some other people, Coach, that had a big impact on you?
Like I said, Cedric Patterson had a huge influence. I took a lot of, we bounced a lot of ideas and we went through a lot of wars together while coaching boys. A lot of late nights, a lot of game planning, a lot of tough losses, a lot of big wins. And
Mm-hmm.
so I definitely learned a lot from, being under his coaching tree.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Rod Johnson, who used to be at who used to be an assistant at Roosevelt.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he was the head coach at Madison for a moment. Won a
Mm-hmm.
state championship at Madison, I think.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
he was one of the few. He was one of the first people that really believed in me as a player,
Okay.
and he saw a lot in me, and that was one of those instances where you learn what coaches can really mean to a player. Um, just a little word of saying, just the small things of saying, "Hey, you all right? You'll be all right. You keep working, you're gonna be all right." And I'm sure you know Stanley Hill, that was
Oh yeah.
at Skyline, and was the head coach at Roosevelt for a point in time. He
Mm-hmm.
was huge, and he was huge. And so I took a lot of um, offensive philosophies from him. So
Mm-hmm.
those are some of my influences.
Oh man, it's just so funny, man. How small the world is. All the people just named, man, are some of the greatest people you ever meet. Good people, man. Coach Rod Johnson, of course, like you say, from the great legacy that Johnson family, what have you, man.
Yep,
Me and Rod used to
yep,
work camps back at SMU way back in the day when Coach
yep.
Tubbs was alive. Coach Jimmy Tubbs, rest in peace, Coach Tubbs.
Yes,
And like you
sir.
say, Coach Stan Hill was my freshman and JV coach at Skyline, man. Coach,
Yes,
so
sir.
so definitely know Coach Hill, man. I definitely remember
So that
Coach Hill
means
used to love me, man.
you knew to wear the long socks in the hot tops, huh?
Oh, come on now, Coach. Long socks, the hot topic. Hey, believe it or not, Coach Hill, at least at Skyline, he get on, he would curse you out, but he get in your face, man, and he's one of the ones, like you say, and as a young male who didn't grow up with a father, he was a real big, father figure, for me. He's one of the people that I knew that, hey, if I messed up, it was a small world.
Yep,
I wasn't really worried about my mama telling Coach Mayo. Coach Mel, he gonna get on you with head, but he gonna tell Coach Hill gonna get your face and challenge you as a young man, and
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, Coach go, Coach go,
And
yeah, so yeah, hey, you
and
really
and
want
that
as a
was
kid, you want that
and that
smoke.
was and the structure that they brought over
Oh yeah, yes sir,
to
yes sir.
Roosevelt at that time. This was 1997, 97,
Okay,
I think. that structure, we went from no structure at all to it was a structured way of how you were going to conduct yourself and how you were going to play. And a lot of people, he did get a lot of pushback at the time because, we wasn't used to that. So guys was like, man, I ain't,
Oh, yeah,
man, I
no
ain't
doubt.
doing, yeah, I ain't playing white boy ball at the time. That's your mind. That's the way you think.
Yeah, yeah.
Running, you got to pass the ball 19 times before you get a shot off. 100 flex,
Mm-hmm.
you got to run all those different
100,
sets.
baby. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
100, baby. Yeah, and we had to pass the ball a million times. But you circle that back now, I called here this summer and I said, Coach, I'm gonna need to get the understanding of 100 because I want to use it. It's just full
Okay.
circle. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
full circle moment. And me and him sat down and we sat down at the TABC down in San Antonio and we sat down and we just, you know, it just took me back to 1998, 99,
Mm-hmm.
so nah, it was definitely a good time at the time for me to get that basketball understanding from him.
Oh yeah, man. Great basketball mind. Like you say, I tell people, don't nobody, no coach. If you're a great coach, just like a great teacher, we still, you see
Yeah.
somebody doing something right, you take it and you put it in your program and use the best of how it benefits your kids in your program. And like you say, I'm just, just teaching you, man. Coach Hill still a big supporter of mine. We have, he gonna watch and go start laughing, man. But 100, like you say, man, he got that from Coach Mayo. They ain't no telling where Coach Mayo got it from. And like you say, shoot, when I was coaching, I used it, what have you. You used it, just one of the things. Like you say, man, you see something, you just use it. And like you say, it's good. Like you say, he sat there and broke it down to you. You broke it down, like you say, the ideology of, why you do it. Because sometimes people don't understand. They're like, man, why you doing it? Hey, that's a great way, like I said, control the tempo, a great way, like you say, not necessarily a style, but just, what I'm saying, a delay, or like I said, you playing the team, like you say, coach, that you might want them to guard,
In
or what have you, they might want to
layman
guard.
in layman's eyes, it's stalling. But if you really understand the system of it and and all the nuance of it, it's not a stall. The defense is one of those things where we want the offense wants you to make a mistake so I can capitalize off of it. And that's
Mm-hmm.
basically what it is. That's basically all it is. To you, it's looking like I'm passing the ball a lot. I'm just not gonna throw up a bad shot. I'm gonna make sure I get what I want.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Right
Yeah.
about that. Well, hey, to my viewers tuning in on TaylorMade Hoops Coach's Corner, I have Coach Ashley Greer. He's the head coach of Lincoln High School in Dallas, Texas. As you can tell, man, just two old basketball heads going down memory lane. We talk a little bit basketball. Man, we can talk about a little bit of everything, man. We talk about, man, the epidemic that we grew up in and all different types of stuff, man. Just talk about how basketball series is just for a full circle thing. And this is one reason why, to be honest, Coach, me and you spoke a few times, but another reason why I do this, Coach, is just like you say, just to kind of tell the story, Coach. Just let everybody know how basketball, Coach, like you said, it's bigger than just on the court. How you just explained to us how it brings community together, family, friendships. It's a brotherhood. That's why I tell folks, man, even though I haven't coached, I was sideline coaching 5 years plus years, coach, that I feel, feel like I'm a coach. I was gonna be a coach. That's why, I always still go by coach. It's like one of those acronyms, a sign of endearment, coach. So that I wear proudly, coach, man. No doubt about that. Well, coach, man, you spoke of a little bit of your coaching in some of the places excuse me, some of the things you did. But let me ask this, coach: how many years have you been coaching, and where have you coached at? I know you spoke of coaching at Lane and a couple other places. Where all have you
Uh,
coached at, coach?
I started at Lang in '09
Okay.
and '09 to the current. So, let's add that up however way you see it. From
Yeah.
'09 to the current, I went from matter of fact, I started at Gateway in '07. I was at Gateway Charter Academy for a short period of time, and I transitioned over to Lang Middle School. I went from Lane Middle School to Lincoln. I went to Lincoln back in 2014,
Okay.
and I've been in Lincoln ever since. Like I said, I started off at the boys on the boys side as the head varsity assistant, and we won the state title in 2016. And I kind of tell this story all the time. How I interviewed for several jobs
Okay.
as when I was an assistant, but it was always boys. I never thought I'd be a girls coach, never. But I
Okay.
always worked out the girls players on the
Okay.
side. I would always get them in the gym with the boys. I used to get the boys in the gym at 5:30 in the morning. We get in there, we'll work, and the girls start coming slowly but surely. And at that time, I didn't know that I'll be a girls coach. But in COVID, during COVID, um, our girls coach ended up leaving. So
Okay.
our girls job became vacant, and we were trying to, fill that spot. Not with me, with somebody else. I was advocating for someone else. Like, hey, she need to take this job. I was
Yeah.
advocating for somebody else, and in my mind, I was like, you know what, man, maybe this is just the time. Once that person turned the job down, I said, you know what, it may be your opportunity. And so I just made a phone call to the AD and to our head principal at the time,
Mm-hmm.
who let me give her kudos as well, Miss Jonna Weaver, who who was the principal at she was the principal at Lane, and she was the principal at Lincoln. So it was just crazy
Okay.
how those two connected. But I asked her, I was like, look, it's COVID. It's gonna be tough to find coaches that you can really depend on and trust. You know me, you know what my work ethic is. Let
Mm-hmm.
me give it a shot. Let me give it a shot. Let me take over the girls program. And so she said, okay, I got you. She's like, I'm gonna talk to my assistants. I'm gonna talk to
Okay.
the athletic director. Spoke with them. They said we're gonna put you in on an interim basis.
Okay.
They put me in on an interim basis back in 2019, and man, we ended up we started out 0-6, 0-7.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah. So in my mind, the pressure, it's a pressure moment for me. But you know how it goes with pressure. Either it's gonna bust pipes, or it's gonna make a
Mm-hmm.
diamond.
Yes, sir.
So what we ended up doing, man, we ended up going undefeated all the way through district, and at that time our district was tough. Pinkston had a tough team. Pinkston
Mm-hmm.
had a really, 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 really good team. Carter was good. Wilma Hutchins was good. So we ended up going. We ended up going 10-0 in district, and we ended up losing second round of the playoffs to Melissa. My first year, second round of playoffs. So man, I'm all distraught. Like man, look, man, they could have fired me, man. Second round of the playoff.
Yeah, and
Second
Lincoln,
round of
and
the playoff.
Lincoln, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
unacceptable. So man, I made a call to Coach Bell, our athletic director, and I said, "Look, man, I was ready to fire myself. I said, hey, Coach, man, I appreciate it. Thank you for the
Yeah.
opportunity. And man,
Yeah.
I'm sorry I let you down, man." And he was like, "Nah, Coach, you ain't let us down, man. You showed us that you got this." And I said, "You know what? Bet, bet." And it was
Yeah.
just that once he gave me that reassurance, man, it was over. It was over. It was over,
Wow.
man. So um, it was that light bulb went off for me at that moment. Like, okay, you got the security you wanted. It's your job. You got a year under your belt. You know what to do now. And so we took off. We took off. We played in the regional final the next year. Lost to the eventual state champion Brownsboro. Right. We lost in the regional semis the following year to Sunnyvale. They played in the state game that same year. So that just showed me, man, we was systematically working our way up. We was climbing those steps. We was climbing those
Mm-hmm.
steps. And so the next year we lose in double overtime to the eventual state champ Waco La Vega.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to my boy Marcus, man, over at Waco La Vega. We ended up
Mm-hmm.
losing to them in double overtime. So, just that it's just that it was just those steps we were taking to reach where we want to go.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. Hey, that's for my coaches that's tuning in. Let's just let you know, like you say, believe in yourself, trust your work. Believe in the system, and like you say, coach, when the pressure comes, man, that's great. We tell folks, man, hey, it's either go burst pipes or make diamonds out of you, coach, man. And like you say, man, that's why they call it Sun of South Dallas, because hey, it's always shining in South Dallas, baby. Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah. Oh
No
yeah.
doubt about that, coach. No doubt about that. Well, coach, let me ask you this, coach. You spoke of pressure, coach. So my next question: is there any pressure coaching at Lincoln High School and maintaining the great tradition and following the legacy of the great coaches before you, like Coach Hardcastle, Coach Inslee, and Coach Carlisa Dixon, my girl? Just to name a few. Any pressure, coach?
Um, I don't feel the pressure of following behind anyone.
Okay.
Uh, I I I apply pressure to myself um to achieve the standards that I have for myself.
Okay.
Uh, and at the end of the day, man, I trust the work that I put in. I trust the energy and effort that I put into what I do on a daily basis because I really really respect the grind and
Okay.
it's a true grind, man. And I do have a
Mhm.
team of people that has helped along the way in order to it's just not me. It's just
Mhm.
not solely me, man. It is a lot of people and it's a lot of you know. people behind closed doors that help me get to that help our program get to where it's at and will continue to help it go up and up and up.
Oh yeah, coach. No doubt about that, coach, man. No, like you said, I'm glad you brought up that point. That, like you say, it ain't no eyes weak. Like you say, man, it takes the whole community, like you say, from the teachers, the coaching staff, the custodian, coach,
Yes,
the bus
sir.
driver, everybody, coach. No doubt about that, coach. Well, coach,
And I
go ahead.
now
Go
I
ahead,
was gonna
coach.
say it's never a me thing, man, and I never want to like make it like because it was a time, man, and I'm gonna be completely transparent. During the time that we went to state in 2 years ago, I had a little incident where I was put on leave, and I had a team of coaches that really really held me down during that moment. Coach Tay, Coach Octavia Burns, who's been at Lincoln, for a while, has been on my staff since I took over. Uh, Coach Marion Lee, Coach Raquel McWright, Coach Lindsey Brigham. All those coaches really, really filled in for me during that time, man, and they stood tall for me.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's what it's about there, coach. No doubt about that, man. No doubt. Gotta have a team, Coach Young. As good as your team that you got behind you. 'Cause like you say, when you wasn't there, like you say, they say it's not about you, coach. They just kept the ship rolling, coach. They just
Yes,
kept the
sir.
ship rolling because, like you say,
Yes, sir.
it ain't no eyes. We, like you say, with players, they just stepped up. Next man up. You head assist, whatever. Hey, I just next man up. No doubt, coach.
Absolutely.
Well, coach, let me ask
Absolutely.
this, coach, man. Well, Coach, let me ask this. We're gonna switch over a little bit, talk about a little bit about championship coaching, which you know a lot about, Coach. From young coaches or my coaches that might, just be just trying to learn a few things, learn a few new ideas. Coach, how do you establish a championship culture in your program? And the most important part, Coach, how do you maintain that championship culture on a daily basis, Coach Greer?
I mean, I think it starts with building a culture of grinding, a culture of
Okay.
summer. Man, our summer workouts are some of the most dog out summer workouts you'll ever come across. And when you have kids that when I first introduced the summer workout program to them, it was like, what the hell are we doing? You know? And once we had just imagine a freshman starting into that system. And I had a freshman starting into that system. Her name is Grace Spencer. She imagine going from her freshman year to her sophomore year, to her junior year, now her senior year. Now she got a 4-year build up
Mm-hmm.
into a summer program that carries over into a season, that carries over into an off season, and it just keeps on going. That cycle just keeps on going, and she passes that culture on. When you pass that culture on to the next group of kids. Now we had another freshman class that come in with a young lady by the name of Arjayla Elder, who came in ground running. Now she's a senior, so she's 4 years in of that build up. Now you got a young lady
Okay.
named Jada Patterson that comes in up under her.
Mm-hmm.
So now you just look at that build up,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Mm-hmm.
culture is just the culture is built from the coaches to the kids, and the kids carry that culture on to the players up under them. The seniors carry it on to the juniors carry it on to the sophomores, and the sophomores carry it on to the freshmen. And it's just a build up in culture. The culture just continues to carry on.
Oh yeah, coach. I like that. I like that, coach. So basically, what you're saying is, once you establish it, when you start brought them to your young ladies as freshmen, like you say, they had a chance to go through their program for 4 years. So when they're seniors, they bring it to the freshmen that's coming in, and then they grab the torch or what have you. And the key point that you made is that a lot of coaches don't understand this, coach, which I know that you're doing because you mentioned it each time one of your better players, the best players in the program. So when you
Mm-hmm.
get your best player to buy into what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
coach, it makes your job a lot easier, coach. Uh,
Exactly.
okay, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure I was correct there, because that's my thinking, coach. That when you get your best player to buy in, it's a lot easier. But I just want to make sure that you thought the
And
same way for
and
once
then
about that.
you look at a young lady like, I got a young lady now who's a sophomore. Her name is Lene Dallas. Her freshman year, she struggled in
Okay,
working out.
okay,
She struggled working out. Now, even today, I typically like to give our practice player of the day um, after each practice, just to give some positivity to, you'll be surprised at how much it motivates kids to want to say, man, I got practice player today. And so she
hmm
got it today, but last year she would have never have gotten it, you know.
okay.
But she showed up this year with a whole different. She's talking. Her effort is great every day, and it's just that culture. That's the culture. You know what I
There you
mean?
go.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that, coach. No doubt about that. Well, hey, from my viewers tuning in once again on TaylorMade Hoops Coach's Corner, I got my main man, Coach Ashley Greer. He's the head girls basketball coach and state championship coach, defending state championship coach at Lincoln High School, and I'm just so humbled to have him on the show. Coach, let me ask you this, Coach. I know you coach both girls and boys. So, in your opinion, are there any differences in coaching girls compared to coaching boys, Coach Greer?
It's a huge difference. Huge,
Okay, okay.
huge, huge difference. And the
Well,
difference is the difference.
show us just a few things, Coach. Because I know you could probably talk about this all day. Just a few points, Coach. Few things.
One of the major things is is that when girls believe in you, man,
Okay,
it's just like it's nothing that they want to do to disappoint you.
okay,
And it's in boys, you can have one, two that
okay,
believe in you, and they'll run through a brick wall for you.
okay.
But boys are far more stubborn in believing in you than girls are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, girls, when you have that, boys are super dependent on athleticism, super
Mm-hmm.
dependent on it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and girls are more cerebral. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the fundamentals are more focused on the pivots, the jabs, the rip throughs, the pump fakes. You know, those things are far more important in the girl side, just because they can't. Everybody not gonna be able to out jump you and dunk on you and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. So I think the girls' game is far more fundamental than the boys' game, due to the gap of athleticism. So
Oh yeah, no doubt about that, coach. That's a great point you brought up. That's why I tell folks, coach, to be honest, coach, man, still to this day, as you, man, I'm always gonna be a student in student in the game. That's why I found a way to still be involved, in our great profession, coach. But still to this day, I tell folks, man, coach, if you want to learn anything for as you're a young coach, you're trying to learn, new offense, defense, what have you. Watch a girls' college basketball game. Watch the UConn game, a Tennessee game. Watch that game, like you say, and just watch, man. I'm telling you, coach, man, it's real basketball being played, like you said,
For
coach. No
sure.
doubt.
For
Yes, sir.
sure.
Oh yeah. Well, coach, man, we go stay with the topic that we on. So let me ask this: what are some obstacles or challenges you may face? Um, excuse me, coach, with coaching young women that you may not face with coaching young men.
An obstacle that I may not face with coaching young men. I don't necessarily think it's an obstacle, man. I think that um, once you're able to build that trust, and the trust isn't built
Okay.
on the floor, believe it or not. Boys trust
Okay.
are the trust of the boys are more so built on the floor.
Okay.
Girls are built off.
Okay.
You showing them that you believe in them as not only a ball player, but as a human, as a
Okay.
person, that
Okay.
that they can trust in you to be, you know, there for them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not your dad, but I'm your daddy while I'm here at this school.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning
Mm-hmm.
that, I'm gonna come in your class, I'm gonna check in on you. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
if I gotta feed you, I'll feed you. If I
Mm-hmm.
have to discipline you, I'm gonna discipline you. If I gotta praise you, I'm gonna praise you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just being that constant presence, never wavering, never always being um, a constant with the young ladies. And it goes a long
Okay.
way. It
Okay.
goes a long way. It goes a long way.
Okay. Okay. Man, coach, you know what, coach, man, that's why I love speaking with man with my fellow coaches, man, because I always just pick up on different things I put in my toolbox, coach. And something you said that kind of resonated with me is that you said about the trust part, that you're absolutely right, coach. With boys, man, you build your trust on the court, meaning that, hey, if you look like you don't know what you're doing, coach, they gonna call you out. So you got to be
Oh
able to
yeah.
be organized. You know what I'm saying,
Oh
coach?
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because if not, I'm like, they be talking, man, what coach doing, man? He don't know what, man. What's real is that, man? You got to be able to be overconfident because, as you well know, guys are gonna question you. They gonna question you like, man, why we run this play off? You get what I'm saying, coach. You got to be able to, however you do it, be able to get them to understand and buy into that. Where, like I say, with girls, it's not necessarily on the court. They want that constant, that confidence, their validation. You give up, like what you
Yep.
saying, coach. That's a great point, coach. Great
Yep.
point, coach. Great point, coach. No doubt, man. Well, coach, let me ask this, coach. We've been talking about it the whole show, but just elaborate just a little bit more, if you don't mind. What is your offensive defensive philosophy, coach? How do you like to play over there at Lincoln High School, coach?
I mean, we definitely like to play a certain pace. Uh, we would like to play with a certain tempo. Um, and I think the game is won on the defensive side of the ball. Just
Mm-hmm,
like now,
mm-hmm.
we hadn't even begun teaching any offensive principles. Uh, and I'm talking about from summer to now,
Okay.
because we can always teach the offense, but
Mm-hmm,
we have to really really uh, grind on that defensive end, because to me defense makes your offense. If I'm
okay.
able to turn
Okay.
you over, if I'm able to turn you over, and if I'm able to make you uncomfortable on offense,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
then we really really put a lot of emphasis on transition. We want to be the we want to train we want to show we want to steal, we want to get a steal, shoot the passing gaps, uh, um, get out and run, ball don't touch the floor, uh, like outlet passes. Like we really, really focus on those things. And it's games when we get closer into towards district where we'll really start working on the offensive philosophies of my guards. When you got guards, man, guards run the world.
Oh yeah, no doubt, coach.
Guards, guards run the world. So I try to be more 4 out, 4 out, one in, 5 out, to give them a little bit of space to go to work. I don't want to hinder those guards, man. I want those guards to be able to display their talents, and I want to make sure that when we on the offensive end that we're not being the ball is not being stuck on one side. We moving it from side to side. We driving. And here's a little tidbit. And girls basketball and boys basketball is one shot that's always open. And we work on this shot every single day. We shoot this shot hundreds of times a day, and that's that corner shot. The corner shot
Mhm.
is always open because you always talk to
Mhm.
help. You always talk to help.
Mhm.
So, we really work
Mhm.
on driving the gaps, kicking corner, hitting those corner shots. So,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, coach, hey, look, coach, man, hey, look. I ain't want you to tell too much, coach. I don't want you to tell too much, coach. I'm teasing you, man. But man, we like to share things, coach. But seriously, coach, that's, you gave a good job. Like you say, explain what you do. Like you say, if I didn't know basketball, would have you, and you were talking to me, I would definitely understand. I could visualize how you like to play. But some coach I picked up on, like you say, I'm
yeah,
gonna put him in toolbox coaches. Is you right? Like you say, all teams will talk to help. Like you say, some special coach, you got that ball on their wing, what have you, and that young lady rip through it, whatever, and she drives that hole, the defense comes to help. That corner shot, like you say, or that short corner shot, like you say, it's always open because, like you say, we talk to help. So I already coach kind of figured out, coach man. If I got back to coach, I had coach get a shoe. What you be thinking, coach? You want to play. You want to make sure, basically, like you say, the normal human nature. You kind of play that again. Try to play that against people. Like teams. We talk to help. So you say, okay, I'm gonna exploit that.
right.
What have you, man? So I got you, coach. You say, I got you, coach. I got you, coach, man. No doubt,
Yes,
coach. No
sir.
doubt.
Yes, sir.
Well, hey, uh, like I always say, man, have a great time on TaylorMade Hoops Coach's Corner with my main man, Coach Ashley Greer. He's the head coach at Lincoln High School in Dallas, Texas. State championship coach. As you can tell, I get excited when we really start talking about X and O's and things like that. But Coach, let me ask you this, Coach. We're gonna talk a little bit about last season, that championship season. So take us through last year's championship season, Coach. What are some of the highs and lows of the season, and how did you and your coaching staff keep your players focused?
I think some of the highs were, man, we started off the season. We won the Dallas Mavericks tournament. Uh,
Okay.
we were shorthanded too, and we won that tournament against some stiff competition. That was a highlight, man. Then we turned around a week later and we played in the Allen Eagles shootout tournament, and we won that too. One of the highlights, man, was man we were getting ready to play the number one player in the nation last year, and you know the way those girls locked in and focused for that game, man, it was like they wanted to show we that we like that.
Mhm.
So I think winning those tournaments was huge for us. Some of the, because a lot of times people put a stigma on uh, school classification 3A, 2A, 4A, 5A, 6A, right? And I
Mhm.
think that we did a good job of trying to get rid of that stigma because we beat a lot of the, local big name schools. And I think now going forward, um, we have built us up a name to say, hey, when they say Lincoln, they don't just say 4A. You know,
Mhm.
they say Lincoln. And so those are some of the highlights, man. And you know, did you say some of the things our coaches talk about?
Oh, yeah, Coach. I say some of the highs, some of the lows of the season, and I say what are some of the things that you and your coaching staff did to keep your players focused, throughout throughout the long season, Coach.
Um,
Share some
I think
secrets with us, Coach.
I think a low. I think I'm not gonna say a low, man, because I don't think. I think a low is being sent home and doing the playoffs. I don't
Oh
necessarily
yeah.
think it was a low. We had two losses, but I don't look at them as losses, man. Even us losing, and I say this over and over again, even the game that we lost, the game we lost in state, I don't look at that as a loss. That was a lesson for us. We learned from each game that we played. We learned something different about ourselves. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know, if you're able to win and learn a lesson, that's a plus plus.
Oh yeah.
And so we'll go back, we'll win the game, we'll watch the film, we'll dissect some of the things that we can take from it, the positives, and then some of the negatives. We'll try to get rid of those. Um, the coaches, man, I got a great coaching staff, man. They do a great job of connecting with the girls, man, and
Okay.
and when there's something that's going on, obviously you got girls. Girls are very temperamental and emotional. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and our coaches do a great job of trying to keep them level, man, and not letting them get they shoulders above their feet. They do a great job of keeping them grounded, and you know, throughout a school day, man, you sit in a school and you go to class, and then you go to practice. And so keeping those girls mentally focused on the task at hand, man, my coaches do a great job of that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt about that, Coach. No doubt about that. It shows on the floor, Coach. That discipline, Coach, and structure. Uh, Coach, let me ask this. Excuse me. Uh, it's gonna be, Coach. You think it's gonna be any added pressure this season, this upcoming season, going in games, being the defending state champions, Coach, having that X on your back.
It's no pressure, man. It's all excitement.
Yes,
I
sir.
truly, I truly think we got the toughest schedule in the state of Texas. I think we've comprised a schedule that that builds another run to go try to get another state championship.
Oh yeah. Hey, Coach, no doubt about that, Coach. No doubt about that. Like you say, and what you said, man, earlier, Coach, that people need to realize, it's different between having a good team and a program. And like you say,
Right.
Coach, you built a program over there, Coach, where like you say, every year, like you say, Coach, that's the goal, to be honest with Coach. We know as coaches, every year, Coach, like you say, we feel we want to win the state championship, and when you in great programs like yours, like yourself, you feel that you win state every year. But the key is, like you say, is once you get the program where you have it, where every year, Coach, that's the mind state, and that realistically on the court you have an opportunity to do that. That's what it's all about. Like I say, every year, Coach, like you say, you might not win every year, but going into it every year, you know that, hey, I got a shot. But that's built on, like you say, the consistency of the work you put in. Like you say, that you have a program, not a good team. Because good team, we not knocking any of our fellow coaches, but we see it every year when you have a squad, like, do remarkable things or what have you, then they fall off. You know what I'm saying? Coach Nick, like, man, whatever happened to such a man? They used to have a good team over there.
Well, you want to definitely create a well-oiled machine. Not every year you're gonna have a super talented team, but if you have a program, man, the girls gonna understand what the expectations are. Um, and I always reverted to how Coach Love. One thing when you play quarter, those boys gonna take a million charges a night,
Yes, sir. Yes,
whether
sir.
whether
Boy,
it's
yeah.
uh whether it's his greatest team or his worst team.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something you got to prepare for. That's part of their system. So
Mm-hmm.
having a system is important.
Oh man, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. You brought it up, man. Uh, Coach Love, man, one of my better friends, man, on and off the court, man. And like you say, he always talk about it, man. We should laugh about it, man. He always talk about the system, man. He always, if you ever been around Coach Love long enough, he's talking basketball. He all go talk. You go hear him talk about it, man. That system, man. They got to have that system, whatever. And the thing about it, like you say, man, all the great teams, like you say, Coach, that we watched growing up. Me and you, Rap came up during the same time, Coach. All those programs, not gonna say teams, all those programs had great systems where you knew that when you played the dumb boys with Coach Hughes, you know, man, hey, they gonna play their full court defense, man. They might not be as talented every year, but they gonna be on your butt on their defensive end.
And they don't stop. And they don't
Yes, sir.
stop.
Yes, sir. No, stop it. Like you say, man, to going back to your predecessors, what have to Coach Hardcastle, Coach Inslee, or whatever. Man, back then, I always mess with Coach Inslee. He the smoothest, coolest dude you ever meet, man.
Hey,
But
man.
like,
Shout out to my
yeah,
boy, Coach Inslee. Shout
man.
out to my boy, Coach Inslee,
Hey
man.
man, I remember when I first met him, coach him so far. Man, he had the big rings on. He walked in, he played. He said, "Hey, how you doing, Coach? Man, I'm Coach Mike Inslee. How you doing? I'm Mike
Yeah.
Inslee." I said, "How there?" I
Yeah.
said, "What's up, Coach Mike?" So just laughing out. But his teams. One thing about it, every year he might have had the same amount of talent, but man, they gonna get after on the defense end, man.
They're
They
gonna
gonna
get
get you up
after you.
94 feet.
Yeah.
Them girls look at you like, yeah, what's up? Like what's up? So no doubt about that, Coach. Having the program, the team. Well, hey, my viewers, man, if you're tuning in, hey, we have dropped a lot of gems on here, man. Coach has been gracious enough, man, to share with us a lot of great things. And we coming down to the last question, Coach. And once again, man, before we get off the air, man, I just want to appreciate you, Coach, once again, working with me, man, through everything, man.
Yes,
It's been
sir.
it's been it's been
Yes,
a
sir.
great
Appreciate
time,
you
Coach.
working with me, man. Appreciate you working with me.
No, coach. Well, the most important part, coach, man, like we talked before, man. Hey, it's all about the players, coach. We've been talking, talking about the players and program, but right now we specifically want to know this, coach. Who is the TaylorMade picks? Who is the players, coach, that the college coaches need to be keeping their eyes on over there, coach? Let us know what you got going on over there, coach. Who's the TaylorMade picks? Tell us, their name and their position and a little bit of a player evaluation, coach.
Oh man, we have 2026 uh commitment. Uh Arjayla Elder has committed to Old Dominion University, 2026. She's the state MVP, uh, district MVP, three-time all-state player, three-time all-region player. We have we got a North Texas commit. Her name is Brelia Miller, 2026. We have Jada Patterson, Coach Patterson's daughter, she's actually out at the moment because she had a knee injury. She's out probably, until district. But she's highly, highly, highly recruited from the likes of A&M, Oklahoma State, uh, UTSA. Um, she has a lot of interest from Power Five schools. Lene Dallas, who's a sophomore, she has probably about 15 offers from the likes of U of H, Arizona State, Texas Tech. Um, you name them, she has them. So yeah, she has them. She's probably the number two sophomore in Texas, give or take. And so we have a host of sophomores, man, that can really play. That's gonna really burst onto the scene this year. A host.
Okay, coach. No doubt, coach. Hey, coach. That's just like you say, just a reflection of the great job, like you say, that you and the coaching staff do. That, like you say, players want to come there. Nowadays, coach, with all these doggone prep schools, and all these prep coach, a lot of times, like you say, man, when you got great players like you got, it's sometimes hard to keep them, coach. So they just, shout out to what you and your program's doing over there, man. Doing a great job, coach, to build, a place where people want to be, coach, man. No doubt. Well, coach, man, as you well know, coach, man, I know you check out the show. So two things, coach, I need for you to do for me. First thing, coach, go ahead and let everybody know how they can get in contact with you and your players, your social media page, team page, any individual information you want to give out, your social media page, anything like that, your practice schedule, anything like that, man. Go ahead and let the college coaches know how they keep in touch with those Lady Tigers.
Follow us at GGB Lady Tigers basketball. Uh, I think that's what it is. I mean, I don't. And also, I think that's the same as our Twitter handle. There's our X handle as
Okay.
well. Lady Tigers GGB. I think.
Okay. Well, Coach, man, hey, once again, Coach, hey, I appreciate you coming on the show, Coach. Like you say, man, definitely become check you out because believe it or not, Coach, a lot of people get on me about it. About man, Coach, you don't ever man support the girls. What have you? Hey, I love that. I tell them I'm only one person. That's first of all, Coach. You know, look, it's a one man show. That's first of all. But second of all, Coach, now I do have a few coaches on the girls side, coach programs that I really respect and follow. One of the ones, like say you mentioned, my girl Coach Stovall over there at Kingston or what have you. You know,
Good
I
people,
always
good
felt like,
people.
yeah. She like, man, that's my Louisiana home girl. We both Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the best people you ever meet, man. But
I'm a
like you
great
say,
person.
oh yeah, and I'm definitely gonna be checking you guys out. Probably like you say around the Dallas IC tournament time, coach. I
Okay.
come check y'all out, coach, man. But appreciate definitely respect and appreciate the job that you're doing, coach, man. Because in this crazy world we're living in, coach, we need positive male role models, positive teachers. We see all the crazy stuff that's going on, with the inappropriate things and stuff like that. So it's good that we have good stand-up people, that believe in the young people, man, that's push them in the right way, coach, had the best interest at heart, coach. So, coach, man, go ahead and let everybody know, coach, who had the great opportunity to interview you today. Who you rocking with, coach?
TaylorMade, brother.
Appreciate you, coach. Appreciate you, coach. Man, I appreciate you, coach. Hey, coach. Definitely check you out later on during the season, coach. Tell everybody over there I said what's up, man. My man, Coach Bell, and everybody else over there, man. Hey, go Tigers, baby. See the shirt, coach. Go ahead and flex the shirt on one more time so they can see it's Southern South Dallas. That's a clean shirt there, coach. Yes, sir.
Hey man,
Yes,
you know what
sir,
it
coach.
is, man. You know what
Yes,
it
sir,
is,
coach.
man.
Hey, next time I see you, coach, whatever, make sure you got one of them shirts, a large, in your trunk, coach. I need one of them shirts, coach, man. I like
Hey,
that. I
that
like
means you
that, coach.
if you gonna ask me to have a shirt for you, that means you gotta show up.
You know, coach, come on, man. Now you should know about it now. Word is bond. If not, coach, hey, we know too many of the same people, coach. Hey, I don't want you getting on. I don't want you go telling Brian Sanders, hey man, the still got two, man. He say he's great, man. He say he ain't been down game, coach. He said he's gonna. Nah, we know too many of the same people, coach, man.
Yes,
So I
sir.
can't.
Yes,
I
sir.
can't hide, coach. I can't hide, man. Well, coach,
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
going to coach. It was a pleasure, coach, man. Take it easy, coach. TaylorMade
Hey
hoops.
man,
We out.
pleasure mine, brother.
Yes, sir. We out, baby. All right, coach.